love
and respect. It's the perfect pair.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with the Decker team.
We've enjoyed for over 30 years helping you sell and buy real estate, as well as come alongside you making house home, handling money so that you can build wealth, building your faith, and even, this is the one for today, even heal, strengthen, and flourish relationships. So 30 years of helping you build life and home and family.
So, have you ever put on a glove, Yetta? And it fits really well?
Yeah, once or twice.
Well, normally it's hard for you because the fingers are usually a little too long.
They are actually. I got short little fingers, but that's
not
okay.
with those nails on, though.
I know it
So,
helps.
love and respect go together like a hand and glove. They fit together perfectly. And you really can't talk about one without the other in the area of relationships.
Right. And this is relationship, whether we're talking husband and wife, because maybe you're listening to this and you're thinking, I'm not married. I'm not in an intimate relationship. Here's the reality. Whether you are in one or you will be in one, or you have a work relationship, or you have a father-daughter or son-mother, or any coworker, sibling, any relationship where there are males and females, there are some intrinsic things that tend to, in general sense, be more important to a man and certain things that are more important to a woman. The interesting piece is loving a woman, right? If a man does that well, will cause the woman to respect her man more.
Right.
And
cause a woman who respects her man will cause him to love her more.
Right.
And the reverse is also, because when we act unloving, sometimes the woman will act disrespectful.
Right.
And if the woman is disrespectful, the man will react in an unloving way, or at least a way that is perceived unloving.
Right. That's an important piece here. It's the perception. It's the perception. Actually, it's the perception. And I said that I know 3 times, because what I was thinking about was when it comes to real estate, there's 3 things to consider. We all know that. There's location, the second thing's location, and the third thing's location. When it comes to the conversation of love and respect, it's not that I don't perceive I'm respecting my business partner. And it isn't that my son doesn't perceive he's acting loving toward me. It's that what is the perception of the person that's receiving the love or the respect? And so it's on that same plane.
Yes. And even if you disagree with that person's receiving of what you're giving,
right,
it doesn't matter. It's their truth. It's 100% their truth because it's their perception. So how they receive it is, this is going to get really deep. It's the responsibility of the giver to make sure that the receiver receives it appropriately. So if you, even though you have background, you have history, you have all kinds of filters that you receive and perceive through, I have the responsibility of understanding that and making sure that my message gets through to you in a way that it's meant to and not be misperceived.
Right. And then it's also the responsibility of the receiver to check their perception, check if there's accuracy in their perception. So if Ken... Yeah, I'll rat you out. If Ken...
no, here we go.
If Ken and I are preparing to connect with you on an episode of Life's Inside Track, he knows what it takes for me to feel prepared. And feeling prepared is part of me feeling loved. And in fact, even part of me feeling respected. So if he doesn't do that in a way that makes me feel good, do I now get to be nasty? Do I get to be ill-tempered, or do I simply recognize that you're attempting to be as prepared as you like to be and that you're attempting to give me what I would like?
Yeah, and I think what you're talking about is judging the person's heart even more than their words. And I had it said to me once by someone that she said to her father, "Speak to my heart, not to my ears." And that was a big awakening for him, because he was recognizing that there wasn't really anything wrong with what he was saying, but it wasn't being received properly or perceived properly because of the way he was saying it.
Right. So back to perception. And so this is one of those topics that we bantered a lot about. Would we actually have it out loud with you? Would we actually take it out of the confines of our home, this conversation, let the camera turn on and still connect with you around this?
Yeah, because love and respect are so important. And what I found is, and we've seen history of it, and it's read in the textbooks, is if you don't respect me, there may be some young lady at the office.
She might not even be that young.
She might not be.
You're not that young anymore.
Oh, give it a break, honey. That she may respect my authority. She may respect my business acumen. She may respect my experience, or even respect the fact that I have money, that I have a car and a house and different things. And suddenly she starts showing big respect to me, and I'm not getting respect at home.
He's not saying that's happening. He's saying that's the story that we often hear. And maybe you've heard that same story and felt crushed. And the challenge with it, it's a perception that often isn't even caught at first. Like even the person receiving the accolades, and whether it's a man that's feeling respected or whether it's a woman that's feeling and receiving the love that she desires so much to get at home, and all of a sudden she's getting it at the office.
And when we're talking love, we're talking things like a listening ear. Yeah. So if you're at the office and you're a woman and you're talking about the problems you have, whether it be with family or health or your husband or whatever, and there's a gentleman that's listening very intently, very carefully, and responding nicely to you, there becomes an emotional attachment that becomes, and it's the same with the respect,
right?
Becomes an emotional affair where you actually like spending time with them more than you like spending time with your partner.
Right.
And then that can spawn into a sexual affair.
Right. And whether it leads to a sexual affair or not, the risk is that you're giving away your affections. You're giving away your heart.
Yes.
So the question and the thing that we've learned to do over the course of, well, the last 30 odd years have been pretty awesome. The first 9 weren't so great, so we didn't do a good job of protecting it the first 9. And yet it's been to learn to guard our heart, because at the same time we're protecting our spouse and ourselves in that process.
You know what I just thought of?
No.
When you guard your heart, you guard your spouse. When you guard your spouse, you guard your house, because you don't want to have to sell your house because your relationship broke up.
No, it's awful. And so we are honored to be your advocates as we're moving forward together in life, in relationships too.
Moving forward with the Decker team. Moving forward together with